I'm back! I know you missed me, but I'm back. So, I hope it's all better in your world. Okay, so we're gonna throw it on back to the beginning of December when Lexi and I took a trip to Almeria. Fun! So, we've been to Almeria before because, as you may remember, it is the big city of our province that we are living in. But we had never done anything fun. And we wanted to go see the new Frozen movie because we love Frozen. So, that's exactly what we did. Hello, buddy. We had a 4-day weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday? It was a 5-day weekend. So, we went to Almeria so we could see a movie. Except, we only went to Almeria for Thursday, Friday. We did not go the entire 5 days. We just went Thursday the 5th, I think? I don't know. Thursday the 5th, Friday the 6th. I'll look it up. I'll get back to you. But we did that. Thursday the 5th. Thank you for confirming, Lexi. I was right. Booyah! Okay, so the first thing we did was we went to the mall. I know, real cultural. But you know, it was. Because at the mall, they had cute little things for Christmas. They had these little tinsel-made cars all around that you could sit in and take pictures in. So that's exactly what I did. I sat in them and I took pictures in them, and they're beautiful. So we did that like during the day, and we went shopping and we bought some warmer clothing because we've been super cold because there's no indoor heating. And it kind of sucks, but we're getting through it. And that's good. So we did that. We stayed in a whole different part of town. We went to the historical part. We'd never been over there before. So we stayed over there. Ooh, and we went to a bookstore because Lexi likes bookstores. And so we went and we bought a French learning book because Buddy's learning French. So we did that, and then we went back to the movie theater. I should mention, the movie theater is inside the mall. So we were at the mall in the beginning of the day, then we left, and then we went back because that's where the movie theater was. And then when we were there, we took some really nice pictures with the big trees that were outside of the mall area. And then finally, it was time to see Frozen 2, the sequel. Went to go see Frozen, and it was amazing! And it was completely in Spanish, but that's okay because we know Spanish. Duh. And we already had listened to the songs in English, so we kind of knew what was going on. I don't know them in Spanish yet, but I'm working on it. Okay, I'm not actively working on it, but I'll get there at some point. So we did that, and then it was like 10 o'clock. 9:30. And we had to leave and take the bus back to the other side of town. So, we took the bus, and when we got off the bus, I was like, oh my goodness, there's so many people. What's going on? And so you know what we did? We walked towards the people at 10 p.m. at night. Super safe, I know. And you know what we found? We found giant lights. Buddy, we're going to see the lights. So there were giant crowns just made of light that you could go into. And it was kind of super cool. So we saw these lights, and we took some pictures by them, and they were supposed to represent the crowns that the 3 kings wore in the Bible story. So we saw those, and then we kept walking, and we found a market, a Christmas market. Lights! Which are like a big thing in Europe and all that cool jazz. So we went to it, and totally unexpected, I was supposed to be going to bed because at this point it's like 10:30 and we're going the opposite direction of the hotel. But so we were walking and we found the market, so we walked along it and there was a lot of people and super stressful. So then, instead of buying anything that night, we ended up coming back the next day and buying stuff the next day because, less people. Then, on the way back to the hotel, we saw this super cool tree, and it has, like, LED bulbs. LED, like light bulbs. That's a real thing. Bulbs, ornaments. There we go. That's the right word. It has ornaments on it that we saw. But yeah, so that was our entire first day. Then, the next day, we were like, well, we don't have to take the bus till like 4 p.m. So what are we gonna do? Well, you know what we did? We did culture and we did history because that is what you do when you're in a new town sometimes. So it was a holiday. Nothing was open. But you know what was open? The castle. The castle was open. So we went to it and we were like, wow, look at how tall it is. But it wasn't as tall as the one we climbed in Granada. So, we make our way up and we're walking up it. And then, you know what we see? We see some pretty views, more pretty views, beautiful views, even more beautiful views of the city. They were just so beautiful. We loved it. And then we see the kitties. Cat number 1. Oh, he's blurry. Mr. Kitty, there he is. And cat number 2. There he be. Love. Oh my gosh, he's coming. Get me out of this. Hola. ¿Cómo te llamas? Come on. We're gonna go this way. These kitties were amazing. They just lived there. They just hung out there. They just loved me. And there was nobody else at this castle. And so the kitties were like, yeah, I'll follow you. And then I was like, no, you have to stay home. And they were like, I'll follow you. And I was like, no, you have to stay home. But I got to touch the cats. And I gotta tell you, my day was made after the kitties had chosen me. I was the chosen one. Wow. So then, we're like, we gotta leave the cats. So we left the cats, come across these super cool wings on this building that's closed. So of course, you gotta take the pictures. Then we make our way back over to where the market was so I can buy stuff. And they have this super cool fake sledding ring. It didn't open till 4 p.m. We had to leave at 4 p.m. so I couldn't go fake sledding, which was super disappointing. So instead, we got some churros and chocolate to eat. So that ended our time in Almeria because we had to make it back home to Veta because in Veta, they were doing a Christmas lighting. And Christmas lights are like a big thing. They're just everywhere. Not anymore because it's the middle of January, but they were everywhere. And so we had to watch the grand lighting where they turned them all on. And I was like, we gotta go. So you know what they had? They had lights on the cathedral It was like a light show with fireworks on the cathedral in Vera. Then all of a sudden, there's like bubbles. I'm like, oh, I like bubbles. They were fake snow. They were using bubbles to make fake snow, and I was like, I'm not crying. There's just a bubble in my eye. But I was crying because fake snow. The kids loved it, and I gotta admit, I liked it too. It was nice. It was not as cold as real snow. Duh. So we watched that, and then I got super excited watching all the little flamethrowers, and then we get to the end, and they turn the lights on. Yes, I got it! So then, we went on a walk to look at some of the lights afterwards, because, you know.
Balls. Balls. Balls.
Yeah, so that was what we did, beginning of December. And now I am finished telling you about what we did on our long weekend in the beginning of December. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was so much fun. Stay tuned, because I'm going to tell you next what I did over Christmas break. Because that was even more fun than seeing Frozen. And seeing Frozen was pretty much a lot of fun. So, you know, it was pretty cool. Well, bye now.